lawyers should not just live on lawbrokr or other platforms that do something similar. You actually need to live everywhere that consumers are. And I think that's part of the education function that we're trying to build within the legal market. So there are actually two education pieces here. We one need to educate consumers on the legal market as a whole, but on the lawyer side as well, it's very nuanced when it comes to legal marketing and building out your brand presence. And there's a big education factor around how do you diversify across a magnitude of different platforms so that you have brand consistency and people do remember you. Because we have to remember that consumers come from a magnitude of different areas. They might come from Google, they might come from a billboard on the street, maybe they do come from lawbrokr, maybe they come from one of our competitors. They come from everywhere. And that's why it's important to be everywhere that consumers are. And that's why competition is good in every single industry. But what I think is so important is the adoption of different technologies that exist rolling into 2022. And I've seen some amazing things from the legal market and specific lawyers in general on the creator industry, whether that be through Instagram Reels or TikTok or little bite-sized areas where you could create videos and be a creator. There's so many opportunities to be a creator in this day and age. And I'm seeing it. And what's so interesting is in the past, consumers didn't resonate with legal because it's daunting, it's complex, it's scary. It's not something that you ever think you need to think about until you need to think about it. But now that we have bite-sized video content and creators that are lawyers themselves or legal technologies that are simplifying what legal really is, it's becoming so much easier for consumers to resonate. I mean, one of my favorite follows on TikTok is Erica, the lawyer, and she provides all this amazing bite-sized content. But what she did is she created this community around, she knows that consumers like deals. And what she did is she took the complexities out of terms of service and privacy policies on all these major brands and resonated with consumers because she read those agreements and told the consumer in bite-sized content how to get deals out of all these brands. And it's taking little nuances like that and creating these bite-sized content for consumers to understand and educate themselves and resonate with the legal industry. And I think that that's so important, let alone just creating this brand consistency off a magnitude of different platforms.
So you have some specific thing that you're solving for the consumer in legal, okay? And then what are the different channels that you would get that brand out? Like, is it just picking one, like LinkedIn? Is it getting across all social media? Is it how many different? I mean, what do you recommend? Like, what's your take on how much is too much, or is it more about focusing on one or focusing on many? What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I'm a big fan on focusing in and zeroing in on one thing, but I think organic social as a whole is one focus. So I wouldn't necessarily just focus on one platform. I think it all is around brand consistency. And that's why you see all these marketing agencies go across magnitude of different brands, whether that be Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. These are all one sector of organic social. And we have to remember, just so that I can call it out, not everything is about paid posts, right? Or paid advertisement. It's not all about spending X amount of dollars on Google, Facebook, Instagram, etc. You can do these things organically and build your brand that way. But the only way to build your organic brand is to do it across a magnitude of different platforms, because we have to remember that omni-channel approach, which is you're here at one point and then you're there at another point. And that could be Daniel Steinberg sitting on Instagram at 10 p.m. and then TikTok at 11 p.m. And that reminder that Steve, be that lawyer, is on all of my platforms consistently popping up is how you cultivate that community around your specific brand and brand in general. And that's the importance of branding.